Hey guys, it's Tarkus from Tarkhisgaming. Today I'm going to show you how to make a 100% fully automatic flower farm. Very useful for dyes and whatever else you need it for. It's a very simple design. So all we have here is a big box of grass, which is obviously where the flowers are going to grow. If you come around to this side, you'll see underneath here in the middle we have a dispenser, and this dispenser is going to be where the bone meal is. That bone meal will grow those flowers for you. And then up on top here, if you look at this underneath this block here, we have another dispenser with a water bucket, and that's what's going to be used to harvest it. Other than that, all you have is a little switch over here. Turn it off, and this little Ethonian hopper timer will start running, and that's what's going to dispense the water and dispense the bone meal, grow the flowers. Look at the other side over here. There's a chest, and I ran this for a little bit so you can see that you do get flowers as well as seeds from it. So now I'll show you how to make it. So the first thing you're going to want to do to build this is find a nice flat area of grass, and you're going to need it to be 9 by 9. So you'll have a center block here in the middle, and then if you go out in any direction, it'll be 4. So from the center one here, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the same on both the other sides. So you have a nice 9 by 9 square here. First thing you want to do is take out the corner of each of these. These are where the flowers are actually going to fall down and be collected. So now in the back corners, you're going to want to dig down one. And what you're actually going to want to do is dig all the way down along this side right now. And this is going to be for a water stream. Once you get to the front, you're going to want to go ahead and actually dig down a block and then continue all the way down across here. Obviously now, you don't need to dig that out because you don't need your height there. So I'll come over to this side, dig down again. There we go. And then once again, all the way down and along the side here. So what we're gonna do is place some water buckets down in here. So let me grab a water bucket real quick. You're gonna want to place one at the back here, and that should flow along right to the front here. And then you're gonna place another bucket of water right down at the bottom here. And then you're gonna go ahead and come to this other side and place another bucket of water here, and one more in this corner. Then you can go ahead and put your dirt back to make your field complete again. So now we have all the field set up. So the back here you can find the center. At the center here you're going to want to go ahead and dig down 2 blocks, which is where your chest is going to be. So go ahead and place your chest, or you can do whatever you want. Hook it up to some sort of transport system so that they're not right directly here. And then I'm going to come in here and place a hopper going into the back of that chest. That way all the flowers will go down and be collected right there. The last thing I'm going to do is place an upside down half slab directly above this chest. What that does is it stops the water from flowing out, but it still allows you to open it because this isn't a full block. So now you have all the underground set up. You can go ahead and start setting up your walls. So you're going to want it 2 high all the way around. I'm only going to do 1/2 and let you mirror it on the other side. So from this side, you're going to want to come out 1 block this direction and 1 block this direction. So you have 1 away from here and 1 away from here. And that's where you're going to place your first redstone lamp. The reason you have lamps here is because the grass needs the light, or else it's going to end up turning into dirt, and you can't grow flowers on dirt, so that's going to be fairly useless for you. So what you're going to want to do next is go over 2, place another redstone lamp, and then again go over 2, place a redstone lamp, and then finish it off. Then you can go ahead and turn all these on. Now the next row is a bit different, so you're going to want to come out 2 blocks again and fill that in all the way along. And then what you have now is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the center row. With the center row, you have to keep in mind you're going to have a dispenser in the middle. So you're going to want to place 1 lamp right up against the wall here. Then another redstone lamp, solid block, space, solid block, and then do the same thing on the other side. The reason you leave this space is for your dispenser. You need that dispenser so you can get your water going and harvest all the flowers that you're growing. So after that, you can just fill this out, and now you're just doing the same thing you did on that side, but on this side. So it'll be lamp, 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 and then just going around. I'm going to fill in these spots, and I'll be right back. So I went ahead and filled in the spots now. There's all the walls and all the roof, so it's a nice box. First things to do for the redstone, you're going to go ahead and place your dispensers. First one is going to be the one that is pumping out your bone meal. So that'll be facing straight up, directly below the center one. And you're also going to want one straight above that so that it is pumping out the water that you need. So I'm going to go ahead and put my grass back and then fill in the hole in the roof here. Next thing you want to do is go ahead and place a bucket of water inside of this one. That way it's ready to go, so that you don't need to come back and reopen it once you have all the redstone down. On top of that, you're going to want to place a redstone, sorry, not a redstone. You're going to want to place a block and have some redstone going into it. Directly beside that, you're going to want to go ahead and bring it up a block, and then go up one more and bring it over. This is going to be the start of all your redstone. So first things first is we're going to need to split the redstone so that you have the first pulse that'll activate the water, and the second one right after that'll activate it again to pull it back up. So you're going to want one redstone repeater going into that block and another one going here, so that one is towards this bottom edge and one's towards this side edge. Then go ahead and build this out one more with redstone, and two over in this direction. Now in this direction you're going to want two redstone torches going back towards that, and you're going to want them on their last tick. Along the edge here, at the very edge of it, you're going to want another one. And then you're going to want three more redstone repeaters, all going in a nice loop here. And then go ahead and connect them with the redstone. And then from here, you can just start connecting this up. So obviously you're going to have redstone come along here, like so. Bring this over one block back towards the middle. I'll show you why in a sec. And then bring it in, sticking one out. So this is where your hopper timer is going to go. So go ahead and place blocks, 5 blocks in a row like so. And then you're going to want a sticky piston, not at this end one, but facing in like so, and facing in like so. So you have 2 blocks in the middle here, and you have this redstone coming right into this side. Now on the back here, you're going to want to place a piece of redstone behind each of these pistons. And then go ahead and place another row of blocks along here with an extra block in each corner. This is just a simple Ethonian hopper timer. Some of you may have used it in the past, some of you may not have. So now going into each of these blocks, you're going to want a redstone comparator, like so. And then you're going to want to go ahead and place hoppers. Now the easiest way to do this is to go ahead and place a block and have the hopper going into the block, destroy that one, and have the hopper going into the other hopper. Now these will bounce items back and forth. All that's left to do here is go ahead and place a block of redstone, and then go ahead and install your on-off switch, which is simply just a piece of redstone with a lever or any other sort of piece of redstone device that you want to use, like so. And now that'll turn it on, turn it off. So right now it's on. First thing I'm going to do is turn it off. Go ahead in here, and all you have to do for the timing of this one is place 5 items in. Doesn't matter what they are, they can be any item as long as they're being passed back and forth. So I'll go ahead and put 5 in here. And now this is primed and this is ready to go. So now the next step is to go ahead and build a nice little staircase here for your redstone. And you're going to bring it down all the way along this wall here. Inside this wall, of course, is your grass that you have. And you're going to want to go down, and all you have to do is run redstone the entire length down here, like so. Destroy that. On here, place a redstone repeater so that it'll reach in there and the pulse won't die out. And then from there, all that's left to do is run the redstone right down and along into this bottom dispenser. Dispenser here, this is going to be the one that you fill up with bone meal. And the bone meal is obviously going to be used to grow your crop. So you go ahead and place it in there. Make sure you have access down here so you can refill it fairly easily. But you don't need to be able to get to the top, because once the top's done, it's done. Only things you need access to: bone meal to refill it, as well as the chest over here to get your loot. So now if I go ahead and flip this, wait for it, it'll start going. And sure enough, very soon you should see some drops start coming into this chest. And there's a rose there, or sorry, a poppy there. And it'll just keep coming in as it harvests. That is a 100% fully automatic flower farm. Thank you for watching.